recent Verizon outages, and what could that potentially mean to you? All right, so if you are new to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, we are a family who is trying to move from city urban life to more rural country living. It has been a challenge. We try to do it. We're trying to do all this living plant-based, which means we don't eat meat. But I've fallen off the wagon. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I have fallen off. I should be purged. Um, but anyway, I'm sporadic. I've been eating meat maybe one day a week now, maybe twice. I went back, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, so if you are new here, please consider subscribing, commenting, sharing. Sharing is caring, of course. So anyway, I was just listening to the radio. First time I've listened to the radio in probably like 3-4 weeks, and I hear that Verizon, the internet is out in like the what do they say, the northeastern states, northwestern. They say somewhere, and I was like, wow. So I guess if your internet is out, you're probably not seeing this right now. If you're in those areas, and what does that mean? What does that mean? So, if anything was to ever happen, if SHTF was to ever happen, I believe and I think, you don't have Verizon? Daniel-san, listen. So what it means to you is, what if this is the beginning of the end? What if this is the start of SHTF? What if? Because I really do think that if anything ever does happen, I believe it'll start with the internet. I think the internet will go down first, okay? Then the phone lines will go down. And then once everybody gets in a frenzy, y'all remember back about 6-8 months ago, none of the phones were working. Y'all remember that day when we switched from like 4G to 5G? Y'all remember how silly that day was? It was crazy. And it was crazy. You couldn't make a phone call. You couldn't get on the internet. It was insane. And just imagine if that was to happen like 2 or 3 days in a row. We've been having trouble with CenturyLink. Is that internet? Excuse me. Down in Florida. I think you're in Florida, right, Baroness? So I think that if anything was to happen, I think if anything ever was to happen major, I believe that's the way it would start. I mean, I think it will start with the internet. Unless it's just a total like blackout where we have an EMP strike and then the lights go out, which means if the lights go out, then nothing's going to work. Your car probably won't even start unless you have an older car. We'll still be able to get around because we got a lawn tractor, so that should work. And nothing else, I should be able to jump start the solenoid and boom, and we should have transportation. I can hook up a little dump cart and I can carry Jennifer back there and all the chickens and the dogs, I guess. I don't know. We wouldn't need to bug out anyway. We be bugging in. Which is part of the reason why I wanted to, get a farm type, atmosphere, because if anything does happen, we're definitely more self-sustaining on the farm than we were when we was in the city dwelling. Why? Naturally, because we have animals, we have eggs every day. If nothing else, we can eat eggs. We get like 6-7 eggs a day, and we're growing our flock. So it's just a matter of time, before we start getting 12, 15, 16 eggs a day. And yeah. And there are certain people that know that, if anything ever happens, they can come to the farm, and I need to get with those folks because they need to start building caches up on the farm, because we can't feed everybody. Y'all do realize that, right? It's gonna be kind of tough. And if you have prepped for your household and you expect other people to come during SHTF, then you might want to rethink that before anything happens, and you might want to have those folks to start bringing food and water supplies to your location, even if you're in the city. And, like I said, I just listened to the radio for like 2 or 3 minutes. It was at the top of the hour. Check the news, see what's going on. And that was the thing that stuck out to me. And I was like, let's do a prepping video, because we haven't talked about prepping in a minute. So what do you guys think some of the telltale signs will be for a massive SHTF? Because SHTF is happening right now, whether you realize it or not. All right, we're in a pandemic for your security sign session. What was that? That was crazy. I just had something flash up on the screen and I didn't really understand what it was saying. So what do you guys think some of the telltale signs will be? Okay, so if all the lights go out everywhere and your phone doesn't work, yeah, we're in trouble. That means we probably had an EMP strike, whether from the sun or from an enemy or the friend. Okay, it can happen. If your internet goes down, call your provider. If your lights go out, call your provider. If they go out together, you might have some problem. But I would have stages, and like I've prepped myself to the point where, okay, well, if this happens, we move to phase Bravo or phase whatever, and we're constantly I'm constantly in a heightened level in the state. But when things happen, I step it up, I ramp it up. Now, we don't need to go to the store for anything, except for things that are just perishable and things that we're just constantly eating all the time now. Jennifer loves her. She's on, I don't even know what kind of milk she's on now. I think she's on cashew milk or something. I don't know. And see, I don't really eat cereal, so I'm not a big cereal person. Anyway, I digressed. So what should you have stacked and stocked up? What should you have? You should have a minimum. And this is if you're just barely starting prepping. You should have a minimum of 7 days of food, 7 days of water. More water than food, especially in the beginning. More water than food. Which reminds me, Jennifer and I need to go and make a water run. And we'll probably go do something like that this evening, because that girl has drank up a lot of water in the past month and a half we've been at this house. She's gone to 1, 2, 3, probably 4, 7 gallons. And she's drinking that water by herself, so yeah, she's been down in some water, which is good. She's good about her water. I have just fallen off the wagon all kind of ways. I'm gonna get back though. I'm gonna get back on the wagon. I'm gonna get my water in. And for those that don't know, you should be drinking half your body weight of water every day. Hey, Gene, you should be drinking half your body weight of water in ounces every day anyway, just on a normal. Most of us don't do that, and that's why a lot of us have problems. And I've noticed over the last year, since I've been off of my game, weight has come back. I'm not feeling as great. I'm not feeling as sharp and as crisp as I was when I was getting in. You can't drink that much? Well, Tasha, you only weigh about 100 pounds, so 50 ounces that's like 1632. That's like 3 bottles of water. Okay, so you're good. Hey, France Gamble, how are you? Good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while. Thank you for showing up and coming in. So what do you guys think? What are some other telltale signs? If SHTF was to go down right now, help us, we need it. Yeah, what are some telltale signs? I've given you guys a few, but I like to see where you guys are and what you're thinking. What are some telltale signs of SHTF and telltale signs that you need to get your happy hips home and start boarding up your property? And that's a big one right there. That's another thing. Do you guys have ways where you can secure your property? Do you have extra lumber where you can, board up the windows, you can board up the doors? Do you have that? Have you guys gone out and got the little master lock doohickey where you can put it, underneath the doorknob and then kick it on the floor, and then it secures the door a little bit better? Have you used the 3-inch screws that I've talked about and secured your doors? Have you guys done all that? Have you done any of that at all? Lock food storage tax invasion. Okay. Good job, Gene. Let me see here. What happened with Verizon? I just heard a report that Verizon was Well, they said that I think it was the Northeast where Verizon, well, mainly Verizon. They just said internet was was out in a lot of areas in the Northeast. I want to say, I mean, I heard it in passing, but the main culprit, the main company was Verizon. So that's all. And now that I think about it, if you do have, if your internet is out, you're probably not watching this right now because you can't. Lockdowns. Okay, yesterday we had a lot of internet issues here in Minnesota too. Really? I did medical appointments online yesterday. Huh. So that's interesting that you had internet problems yesterday and then the Northeast is having them today. And you never know what these companies are doing. They might be upgrading. This might be another effect of 5G. So you never know. You never ever know. It could be anything. We on Verizon here. Yeah, we used to have Verizon. We used to love it. Now we have a competitor brand, and they're not as good. I don't care what anybody tells you. And this is from personal experience. Now, I can't speak for their cell phone coverage, but as far as your house and your internet, Verizon, in my opinion, is the best. Their stuff is fast and it reaches. And where we are now, we don't have a choice but to get the competitor. And I'm gonna tell y'all up front, I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling this competitor. This competitor is not as good as Verizon. Now, and I will be glad to switch when Verizon comes to my area. I will be glad to switch to them. But there's just, I mean, it's a noticeable difference in coverage, in service. And we started with one speed, and then we had upgraded to another speed. I was trying to do some things last night on internet, and it's like slow. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I don't have Verizon for internet. I have Spectrum. That's Florida, right? Yeah, I've heard of Spectrum, but I don't think we have them in this area. Yeah, I don't think we have them here. I'm pretty sure we don't. Yeah, Florida. Okay. I don't know what they flooding the streets for. This is crazy. Must be having. I don't know what's going on in this area. There's a lot of flooding on the streets. FEMA region 4. You're killing me with this FEMA region stuff. But you said it was real. So that's another thing. Let's talk about that. If anything were to happen and you had to go to a FEMA camp, what would be some things that would send you to a FEMA camp? Anybody? Because I'm gonna tell you guys now, that's the last resort right there. That is not a right I want to exercise right there. That is definitely a no-no. I don't even want to go get in line for anything from FEMA. They'd be like, hey, yeah, come get your bottle of water, come get your cup of canned goods, blah, blah, blah. And I'm good. But that's just me. What do y'all think? We will not go. Yeah, I mean, that's my thing right there. And that's why we prep, so we don't have to. Self-sustainability. I would not go to a FEMA camp, and I would not let anyone else go. Well, you can't really say you wouldn't let anybody go because, to each his own. You probably try to strongly encourage them and talk them out of going. But people are going to do what they want to do anyway. And it probably won't be bad in the beginning because it'll probably be like, oh, yeah, we went down to the FEMA camp. We got blase, and we got this, and we got that, and such and such. So it probably won't be bad the first time or 2 or 3. But after that, I wish this car would go somewhere. I want to dump some stuff. I came back over here because I want to throw some stuff in this dumpster over here by where we used to live, but it's a car here and I don't know if they're in the building or not. Nobody's in the car, in the vehicle. I'll come back tomorrow, no biggie. I will not let them get taken away to one. I don't really think it's going to be to the point where they're coming around, they're gathering people up either. Yeah, I am actually writing a book about people being sent to camps to survive World War III. Okay, okay, that sounds good. It has been what I've been doing instead of YouTube. Good job. You know what? It's funny because I was talking about I got like 3 books I need to publish. They're already written. One of them has already been edited. One of them is gonna be a bestseller. I've been holding it off for like 2 years, so I can write part 2 of it because it's a cliffhanger. And if you read novel 1, you're going to want novel 2. And I haven't written novel 2 yet, so I've been holding up publishing it. Good for you, France. That's awesome. Yeah, I only have 2 written, 2 out right now. The first one I'm gonna re-edit. I'm gonna do another edition and re-release. I think it's a pretty good book too. I would love to read them. Cool. Well, I don't really promote my books on here. I did do a cryptocurrency book. I feel like I'm a prophet sometimes because I look back at the copyright and I was like, 2018, huh? Wow. Way before this cryptocurrency flood. I've been reading about the Nazi camp since I was 11. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that the FEMA camps are going to be like the Nazi camps? I mean, that's hard. That's hard to believe here in the States. That's hard to believe that that's going to happen. But we did imprison Japanese American citizens in World War II. So I guess we can kind of do whatever we want to whomever we want to, whenever we want to do it. What do you guys think? I think they would be like the Native American camps and Japanese camps. Is that JP? The Great Awakening. Yeah, well. Let's just hope and pray that we never get there. And I know a lot of us, that's why I just think that if we ever get to that point where you go somewhere where there's a lot of people, I just think it's going to be bad for you. I just really. Gabrielle got hers. She loves it. I have not seen Junior since I received him yet. And even though he was down here, he's a little special. So even though he was down here a few days ago, I was like, hey, do not leave until I see you. He took off and went back to Richmond, so whatever. I'm not going to give it to him until I see him because I want to read the instructions and go over everything with him. But yeah, Gabrielle loves it. She wears hers every day, of course. And I sent you in the mail today what I was supposed to. I apologize for the delay. I kept meaning to do it, kept wanting to do it, and it just didn't happen. So old castle establishments are what I see the chaos of camps being, like disease, dirty food, issues, and crime. I can agree with that. I can definitely see that. All right, Queenie, I got you. So yeah, we're talking about this Verizon outage, and we're just talking about things that are telltale signs of SHTF, Tiawaki, a shift, the Great Plague, however you want to call it. Telltale signs that we need to not get ready, but be ready. How about that? Not even be ready. You need to be ready now. Excuse me. How about I go to the next step? That's why I write. Okay, cool. Some military action. Enjoy the show. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of folks that's gonna be like just in trouble. I mean, can you imagine people who are anti this and anti that now? When something really happens or when things really, go south, they're gonna be like, man, I wished you're right, Queenie, we are in SHTF right now, and I said that earlier. We slapped down in the middle of a pandemic, and all it's gonna take is for the food shortage to start showing its ugly face during this pandemic. It's gonna be a crap show. Military veterans is getting out. I will not join either side. Do you write under the name? Cool. So this last novel that I have that I'm gonna publish is written under a pen name. I cannot release this under my name. Oh my God, it's too spicy. You know, I cannot release this under my name. You guys are gonna love it though. And whenever I release it, I'll let you guys know. It's crazy. Ford already jumped up again in price. What Ford? Oh, food. I'm sorry, you said food. Yes, this name. Okay, cool, France. All right, so if you guys want to read anything that France Gamble is writing, just go. Are you on Amazon? I love spicy. Let us know. Oh, it's beyond spicy. It's vulgar. It's vulgar. It is so vulgar. Yeah, it's raunchy. How about that? It is so raunchy. Another reason why I hadn't released it. Amazon, BNN, Library, Laugh Out Loud, they are out there. Cool. I think I took mine down. If anybody goes and search my name on Amazon, you might see them. I don't even know. I think I took them down though. Especially that first. Hello? Reconnect. There we go. We're back. Golly, but did we lose everybody? I'm starting a garden this week. Good. Okay, I didn't notice increase in food prices. Yes, y'all better start growing some stuff. If you don't grow, you're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, I had a phone call. That's what the buffering was. I got about 5 more minutes I can talk to you guys. Look like we lost everybody. It's all good. But yeah, those are some telltale signs. You know, the internet may go down. If the internet goes down, your phone goes out, and the power goes out all at the same time, you need to get to your safe place as soon as possible. Because the chances are your car's not going to start. Hopefully you're already at your safe place or your bug out location. If you start hearing about dead people coming back and eating other people's faces, then you might want to get to your safe place. We have radios and solar power. That's awesome. So tell me about this solar power. Did you do it yourself or did you hire a company to come in? Because I have got to do something. And we have a pickup truck. That's cool. We've got to do something with alternate power. We have to. Bottom line, it's not even at this point in time, it's not even a question. We have got to do something different. We moved to a different location. We didn't realize that they charge 3 times what we're used to as far as power. They charge 3 times what we are now. I'm like, whoa. We got that first bill and was like, shocker. So I am researching alternate energy like crazy. Our solar power is not for the house, it's for individual lights and to charge our radios. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got a small array like that I can put up that will do something like that. Yeah, I've been looking into solar, Queenie, and I've also been looking and researching online. There are a couple things where I found this one guy, he has a generator that kind of self-sustains itself. It's crazy. Our church got a company, and okay. Yeah, and I really need it. I'm probably going to need it more so for the probably more so for the hatchery, what we call the hatchery, than anything else. Especially since we're going to be hatching eggs and running a whole bunch of stuff out there all the time. It probably would be more advantageous. Solar for house is 40 to 50. It sure is. It sure the heck is. It's that amount. Our bug out will have solar from the company by next fall. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm looking at doing something different, Queenie. Amazon. I looked at your Amazon. Rob was in the Navy. I'm retired Air Force. Oh, you did look. You found me on Amazon. You must have seen the cover to one of my books. Yeah, go military. Yeah, I don't really talk about the military. I mean, I don't talk about my time in the military. And Jennifer always asks, she's like, why don't you ever talk about it? That's not a time that I want to relive. You know, not saying it was all horrible. It wasn't all good either. So, you miss your ship. I miss the people. That's the only thing I miss. That's the only thing I miss about the military. You meet some of the best people in the military. You know, civilian life is good, but yeah, you meet some great people in the military. Y'all hit the like button for me. Love you, son. Love you too, Queenie. And thank you again. I appreciate you so very much. And you should get your package tomorrow. Cause I did ship it overnight, just like you shipped mine. So thank you again. All right, guys, we got about another minute, then we're gonna get out of here. Got one more stop I need to make. I was buffering while ago. My boss called me because we're getting some new appliances for a couple places. And yeah, in the military there were always people around. Yeah, there were always people around. And some of them were great, and others were dirtbags. That's what you should call them. We're like, oh my God, so and so is such a dirtbag. And that's what you get sometimes. Sometimes you just get great, and sometimes you get dirtbag, just like in civilian world, you know. Here's what it is. I will share a video when I get my mirror. Oh, indoor garden. I thought it said mirror garden. My indoor garden. Okay, cool. Love it. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. I truly appreciate you. Hopefully y'all feel the love every time I talk to you. Hopefully something has been said that will help motivate you, educate you, and inspire you to live better and do better. Hopefully. That is our goal on this channel, to help motivate, educate, and inspire. Next purchase will be land. I think that you can't go wrong with land in my book. You cannot go wrong with land. Bye for now. Glad I caught again. Hope to be back soon. Yeah, we'll be back in tomorrow sometime. So, thank you guys. I'm gonna send y'all some love, and I will see y'all next time. Okay? Y'all be blessed. All right, we out.